You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
Proverbs 11 shows us some dangers, some things that if we engage in will be destructive to us. And it continues with one of the great themes of Proverbs, and that is being cautious with our mouth. This is verses 8 through 13 or so. Here's what it says: "The righteous is delivered from trouble, but the wicked walks into it instead. With his mouth, the godless man would destroy his neighbor, but by knowledge, the righteous are delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. And when the wicked perishes, there are shouts of gladness. But by the blessings of the upright, a city is exalted. But by the mouth of the wicked, it is overthrown. Whoever belittles his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding remains silent. Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets, but he who is trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing covered." So belittling or deriding a neighbor, which is what's in view here, or in essence, tearing down them by not keeping confidences will be a problem. And when I was first just really considering this, here's what I wrote in my journal around these words, and that is: words spoken against others are a harbinger of trouble. And it'll be trouble because sooner or later, those people will hear our words, and it will create a lack of trust, a lack of respect, something. And it becomes trouble in our own soul because, again, when we speak about people, what we're doing in some ways is we're exalting ourselves over them. And I think this is the whole idea of the righteous avoids trouble or is delivered by knowledge. What's that knowledge? It's knowledge of God, knowledge of ourselves. And we choose to remain silent with our mouths because we know that in not remaining silent, what we're doing is we're actually bringing harsher judgment, in a sense, on ourselves from others, from just our own conscience. And breaking confidence is especially significant here when he talks about this being covered, because so often what happens with us in our world is that we hear something and it's really interesting, and so we say, I don't want to keep that to myself. But if you can find somebody who you know when you tell them something is reliable in how and whom they share it with, that it won't go somewhere that's harmful to you ever, that is a trustworthy, good thing. I'm sure you could tell stories about your own life when you've broken confidences and had it return to you, or somebody else has broken a confidence that you had in them. Now, one of the things I try to do is to not say things to anybody that if it's repeated, it's a problem. But that doesn't mean that there still aren't confidences, meaning that sometimes it's just your own heart, your own journey, and you share it in a way that you say, this isn't for everybody. This is just for a few people to walk with me in this. And so the danger here is that you or I are people who either tear people down or don't hold people's confidences well. And the wording here, again, in Proverbs is so clear about why this is dangerous, why this is problematic. And so my encouragement today is be aware of the danger of your tongue and choose silence when you're not sure if what you're saying is something that is helpful or hurtful.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.